Hello.
Hi there.
Welcome to episode 47 of the M&T podcast. Although I've obviously just ballsed up already, we do not drink anything alcoholic on today's pod.
Just caffeine.
Just le café.
Le café.
It is Monday morning, so the pod is out a little bit late. We apologise in advance for that. But it's a good one. We talk way too long about
Vaccines.
the word lure.
Vaccines.
We do talk, there's a bit of COVID talk, but I think it's relevant and it's on point this week. And you, I believe, list every single restaurant in Ibiza and whether it's open or not.
You're welcome. So we hope you enjoy.
Great consumer
There's no
information.
emoji this week because we all forgot.
Oh shit, there is no. I tell you what, send us whatever emoji you want to send us, but justify it.
Yes, emoji.
In fact, best intro to the pod we've ever done because I'm just making shit up. So, you're about to go into the pod. There is no emoji. Send us whatever emoji you want to our email address, which is themandtpodcast@gmail.com, and tell me why you've picked that emoji.
Fantastical.
And I'll share some of the best ones next week.
We will see you in the episode.
See you in the episode. What episode is it? 47?
Yeah, that's why we had to do it this week, so I didn't want to get it wrong.
Is that right?
Hold on. No, this must be 48. No, hold on, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yeah, 47.
47?
Yeah.
Is 50 definitely flex?
Yeah. 47 was supposed to be 47, 48. Yeah. Because 48 would be on the 15th, 49 on the 22nd, 50 on the 29th.
I feel as if we're too close to Pikes. Well, I've got it in my head that Pikes is like next week, though.
No, it's not. You've got 2 weekends yet.
You're right.
I know. We could just use that bit. We just leave it. Yeah, we're here. Hi.
Hi. Welcome to episode 47, confirmed.
Quick maths.
Of the M&T podcast. It is a dreary Monday morning.
Drizzly.
It is grey and
grizzly.
Shit.
Good for the garden.
Great for the garden. Not so great for anything else.
So yeah, you're going to get this. This is probably the closest you'll be able to listen to it after recording it.
Yeah, because literally we'll do this, I'll edit it, upload it.
Yeah.
It'll just go straight away.
Be right away.
We're now getting later and later. We used to do the recording on a Saturday, before we've even done it on a Friday, given ourselves the Sunday to get it edited and get it sorted and uploaded ready for a Monday morning. And we have pushed back and pushed back.
Yeah, I know. I think we're
now
getting
recording.
Getting a bit lax.
Do you know what I thought about this as we were setting up? Here's my excuse.
Okay.
The weekend was lovely. The weather was good. We had some plans. We saw people. We did things.
Yes.
And there is no better time to sit and do a podcast than when it's raining and grey and dreary and shit.
So yeah, exactly.
So that's what I think, is that we were just smart.
Yes.
Smart
that
podcasters.
Was it. Yeah.
Using our time wisely.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's 9 a.m. and it does mean...
But this afternoon is going to be lovely, apparently.
Well,
bright sunshine.
Not on my app, it's not. You know better than to pay any attention to the weather forecast apps here.
I know, they're terrible, aren't they?
Well, I've got one that's called AccuWeather. Very cleverly named there because of how accurate it is. And it says that it's going to rain all day. Yours says it's going to be sunny in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm going to go with mine, I think.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, it does mean 9 o'clock on a Monday morning, we're not popping a bottle of rosé. Or having a gin and tonic. Or getting the yerba out.
It's a coffee pod.
We're having coffee, and as soon as we're done here, you'll get cracking on with work.
I will, yeah. I will obviously get the podcast bit uploaded, but yeah, I'll be back in the office, and I'll probably be quite productive today because there's no law of sunshine to get me outside.
When you said that like law.
Law.
You mean like lure?
I don't know, but then that sounds stupid.
It does sound stupid, but
lure.
The way you said the law was like
the lure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there is nothing to entice you outside.
Choose a different word. Okay. What did I say?
You said law.
No, but I mean, I just got it right. What did I say?
Lure?
No.
Lure. Wow, we've got a name for the pod this week, haven't we? Anyway, there is nothing, to tempt you to go outside.
Lure.
Enough now.
Okay.
You're going to be in the office working. Another productive week ahead for you, do you think?
Yeah, well, I was just about to
Well. Oh,
Happy Monday. I've not even had a coffee yet.
We've got that kind of, that annoying early morning just being a bit of a bell end kind of thing.
Yeah, which is normally saved for a hangover. Do you know on our hangover mornings, we're fucking hilarious.
We tend to just be giggling.
We laugh at everything. We're not even hungover.
No, for the first time in a while, I felt.
But yesterday you were hungover.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly. So for the first time in a while,
yes,
I'm not hungover.
Yes, that is a while. Yeah. So I was going to ask you, how was last week for you? Now it's Monday morning.
Last week, I think last week was a good week. There's just lots of... I mean, Ibiza generally, it's feeling a much more positive place. We had some updates to our laws and regulations that were just ever so small but significant and that make us feel good about things. Personally, it was a good week. We got quite a lot of housey stuff done.
We did. We went out shopping and stuff.
Yeah, we bought really boring practical things, but
we did.
We have committed that May is home improvement kind of month.
Yeah, because the garden's done now. The deck has been built and that bit is done. So now we're moving inside and kind of basically prepping for maybe if visitors start coming.
Well, yeah, because that's potentially around the corner, is that people will start turning up.
So we want everything to be right.
Yeah, so
little paint jobs.
Yeah, because I mean, this is the thing. When every room of your house is a white wall, every little scuff, every little mark shows up. So
yeah, and I can't just hit a light switch. I go all the way around it.
Who knew that apparently nobody can hit a light switch?
No, I know.
Light switches, well, maybe it's because when you need them, you're in the dark.
Maybe.
But light switches are disgusting, aren't they?
They are.
And just around doorways.
Yeah, it's weird.
This one opposite us near the TV really pisses me off.
Oh, yeah, I don't...
That is because...
Someone's clearly lent on it.
No, I can describe, for the interest of a podcast, because I'm now pointing at something, which doesn't help for those who are listening. But just behind our TV, over in one corner of the lounge, there's plugs behind it.
Yes.
And to switch on and off the little fairy lights we have in that corner, you have to unplug them or plug them in.
So you lean on the wall.
So to do that, I clearly always put a hand on the wall and I lean down and I do it.
Yeah, because I don't turn them off.
Not only does it make me think I've got to paint the walls, I've clearly got to wash my hands more often. It's disgusting.
It is pretty bad.
For someone...
But you do garden stuff and... Well, yeah, you're just generally grubby.
Well, this is what a white house certainly shows me, is that we're apparently horribly disgusting people. And we make walls dirty. Yeah. Who makes a wall dirty?
In the middle of a wall as well, full on handprints.
It's a bit annoying. But that's what we're doing. So we started that last week. I did a few little jobs last week.
Yes. We
got some things up on the wall. We're going to be painting one of the walls in the bedroom.
Any other drills we need to crack.
Put some curtains up.
Wild week.
But do you know what? I feel good when I get things like that done, because you had a proper head down, get lots of work done week. And you did very, very well. But if you have a week like that and I feel like I don't achieve much, I have another one of those guilt kind of weeks.
We had a short discussion about this, didn't we?
Yeah.
We didn't really delve into it, but yeah, I guess it might make you feel a bit like...
I feel like recently we've gone almost a little bit full circle. You know how in the earlier, people will remember from the earlier pods, and it was we did a lot of talking about me getting used to not being a breadwinner.
Yes.
And that I was just slowly but surely, I was having to just learn to be more okay with it. It turns out it's not as easy as you think to just go...
Sit back, relax.
Yeah, sit back and relax. Because you end up then going, well... have I earned this? Am I allowed to do this? And I feel a bit guilty that if you're really busy and you're getting stressed, and I'm like, well, I'm watching my 4th dinosaur movie of the day.
And that does happen.
But it's kind of strange. But the harder you work and the more that your sort of head down, the more almost the more motivated I feel to make sure I'm being productive. And
that's good. And like last week,
because otherwise I just feel terrible. I just feel guilty that I'm like, she's working really hard and I'm still living the retired life.
Yeah.
Which people still don't understand. People don't get it.
No, of course they don't. I don't know whether we fully get it.
I'll take it though.
I know. But like, you do everything else. Like, I don't have to worry about if a meal is going to be in front of me when I'm hungry.
No, that's
like,
true.
you check my fitness pal.
Yeah.
You check my food diary for the day and bring me the right protein bar at 4:00 when I have my cup of tea.
Yes, I do.
So like, things like that. Like, and you always make lunch, and you always most of the time make dinner. And so I feel bad, so I like try and make sure I do like the dinner washing up and stuff. And it's just
so can we just agree that
we're fine.
we both feel equally as bad and guilty about
Yeah.
things, because that just tends to help.
That's funny.
It's not
isn't
that
it?
I don't feel guilty anymore and you don't feel guilty anymore. It's just that we both feel guilty.
Yes.
And I think that's what a marriage is about. It's about going down together.
Feeling guilty all the time.
But no, it was a good week, and we have just had a really nice weekend, where we did a beach day on Saturday, which was just really nice.
Yeah, we walked all the way. We walked quite far. I was at 10,000 steps when we got there.
Yeah, it's like an hour to an hour and a half's walk.
Yeah, it was, and we
to
took
a beach.
like big old picnic.
We don't have to walk that far. We have a beach 5 minutes.
I know,
from
but
here.
everyone else will go to that beach, so we have
Well,
to.
do you know what then? We need to
arrange one at our
next
beach.
time there's a beach day that needs our organising.
No one will come to our beach.
We'll have it at Siesta Beach.
No one will come.
And yeah, conveniently, people will find other things going on.
Exactly.
And yet we traipsed ourselves.
It
We
was
bought
good.
new things, didn't we? We bought
We went
new
to
beach.
Decathlon.
We bought. We have a beach tent, which is just like shading for all your bags and stuff, but
Which I found really good.
so practical.
Though there was still sand in many things
You
and
and
places.
sand. That's what happens when you go to the beach,
hate the
Tiff.
sand. Well then let's go to a beach club.
Yeah, where they're rid of sand.
Yeah.
And we got 2 new backpacks, insulated, cooling backpacks. So we took all the food and drink with
We
us.
took so it was really
We emptied
heavy.
our fridge into these
We
bags.
did,
They
that
were
was
like,
good.
we'll just take
It
everything.
was a great day, and like we were supposed to record the pod that morning, but like you got up a little bit late, and I don't like I like being out at the beach, not
Yeah,
late.
you wanted to get
so
over
I
there
kind of
early,
wanted
didn't
to
you?
go, and I knew it was going to be a long walk and a slower walk because we had the weight on our backs. I was like, I just want to get there and then be there for a good amount of the day, and I think our timing was actually perfect. And we got there at like 1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We left here at like 12:30. We left here late. We left here later than I wanted, but we got there in good
Okay.
time. We had a great day.
It was a good day.
And then yesterday was super chill.
Yeah.
And we had burgers.
We did. Burgers on the barbecue.
Love
Just
burgers.
because we can. So yeah, good week generally.
Yeah,
I think-
it kind of will be another head down week. I've got a couple of like...
It kind of needs to be, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah. We've got nothing to do in the week. Like, I'd go with like what my coach said. She's like, make the boring days boring. So like, if there's nothing going on,
Well, this is it.
eat the boring food. Like, just stick to your calories
Today is perfect way to start
and
that.
do the boring work. Because what else am I gonna do?
I think Mondays can always be like this if it means that for the rest of the week we have blue skies. If every Monday was grey, crap and rainy,
Well, yeah.
it helps you
I'm
get
just
your
trying to
head down
think
and
of
get on with
whether
the
there were
work.
any like Monday events in a normal summer that were like which.
Well, there's always something every day of the week. It's
I
like
know,
if
but I
people
mean,
don't
like,
come
if-
on
if
holiday
Monday
here
is particularly-
and Monday's shut.
Monday, yeah, but I don't know whether there are some days of the week that are just not great because if people do a long weekend, they go home on a Monday or they arrive on a Monday if they're doing so some days actually in the event kind of thing aren't fantastic, but yes, there's always something and I'm ready for it.
And Ibiza is slowly opening up, isn't it?
It is because now F&B establishments can open all the way through the day.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't really understood this. So up until
yesterday,
we're allowed to be out on terraces and outside, which I think is very similar to a lot of other places. But they had to, all bars, restaurants, cafes, everything, they all had to close at 5 p.m.
Yeah, they can still
which here is strange, because that's sort of like, that's not evening yet here, that's sort of mid-afternoon, and that's usually when like things are just sort of getting nice and the sun is at nice level and you've still got a few hours till sunset. But then they would reopen at 8:30.
Yeah,
for 2
that was
hours.
The law. Yeah, they could do a dinner sitting basically.
I think it definitely helped stop people going out on all-dayers.
Yeah.
But as we say, up until yesterday that was the case, and now they can do the full day, which is really, for the main thing, it's really good just for the industry, like the people
it's good
that
for beach clubs. Like if you think like. And as soon as those announcements came up, Nikki Beach said that they put their opening party in for the end of the month, which is the day before we go to Pikes, actually.
Lovely.
So it's good for beach clubs, and it's good for those people being able to open all day, and terraces and obviously they're all outside.
Yeah.
And like terraces can be open 100% capacity.
Yeah.
So that's really good for the restaurants. Indoors are still closed.
This is it. They more than anything, they need it. Like, tourism is the entire economy on this island. There is nothing else. They don't export anything other than yerbas, but I don't think anybody knows what it is outside of the Balearics.
Yeah.
So they just, the fact that they can, you read people's posts, and we follow quite a lot of restaurants and places here. I know you do. And you can just tell that they're grateful that they can now open again, and just be like, please come in, and like, we will give you a great time, and we'll make sure that you have great food and great vibes and stuff. So it's just kind of nice that that's what's happening, because it feels as if Ibiza's basically been asleep for the last almost like.
And we're getting there. Like the problem is the vaccinations were going pretty slow. And do you know what the thing is that people aren't. There's certain age groups that here a lot more don't want to be vaccinated.
It's
and so actually people aren't going. Yeah,
it's a very it's a bit of a hippy dippy liberal community.
Yes.
Let's say, and there's a lot, which is cool. It's one of the things that's so lovely about Ibiza is kind of the very free spirit kind of people that you have here. But yeah, probably more so than lots of other places, there is a greater percentage of people that are probably very anti having a vaccine and would much rather sort of let their body build its own immunity to things and stuff.
There's some posts that have been out the past couple of days that are like, if I don't want the vaccine, like, that shouldn't affect you. And I read it and I was kind of a bit like, hold on, what? But then I read on and it made sense. Yeah. It's like, if I don't want...
I think it was Russell Brand.
I think it was the Russell Brand thing, yeah. And it's like, if I don't want a vaccine, that doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it's not your problem.
Like, that doesn't matter.
Well, it isn't, because actually the science of it at the moment is...
You can still carry it.
Well, yeah. So me having it, when I have a vaccine, the only person that benefits is me.
Yes.
Because, it doesn't make me any less dangerous to other people or more dangerous or anything like that. So...
And I think that's why people... There's the whole thing at the moment is that people can't travel even though they've got both vaccines or whatever. And like, there's this whole hoo-ha about that. And it's just... I kind of get it. Like, why should you have to pay for the test considering you've had 2 vaccines? But yes, you can still carry it. So.
But here's another thing where I think things contradict themselves a little bit. Is I was reading Martin's blog post this morning, just a quick 3-minute blog post that he put out. It's sort of a reaction to being on the UK's amber list.
Yes.
And basically, really, the only reason that we're not on the green list for the criteria that are needed is because there aren't enough vaccines here. But then again, that doesn't make sense because if a vaccine only makes me safe, what they're saying then is that the people in Ibiza are not, we're not protected enough yet to let other people in. But you can't come in without a negative test. So who is putting me in danger?
Oh yeah, that's a
if
point.
you think about it.
That is a point.
Like,
but it's
so
about
anyway,
yeah.
I know that they have to do these, and you can't just open the world to do what they want.
But what happened was last week is that there was a ton of vaccines ready to come to the Balearics, and because the uptake of the 60 to 70-year-olds has been really low,
so yet again
they sent them to Mallorca.
Yet again, the oldies are ruining it for everyone.
Yeah.
Just like with Brexit. The oldies are going, well,
that's what happened. Tons were supposed to come here,
because
there's no. But then I'm just like, well, then open the floodgates and let everyone book.
Well, that's pretty much like what the UK have done. Is if they have them free, they literally just go down the list and go, come and get it today.
Well, yeah,
like,
exactly.
If you
so
want it,
I
you
think
can have
that
it.
should happen. And if people,
you can't, there's a lot of 20 and 30-year-olds here that would do anything to just have it, because they, unlike maybe the 60s and 70-year-olds, they want to go travelling, they want to go see friends, they want to go places, they want to see family, they like...
And there are like...
If I was 60 or 70 and I live in a beautiful little villa in the Ibiza hills, I'd probably be like, I don't need it. I'll just live here in peace on my own, thanks very much.
The thing is, like, if... if they did that, the reason... They don't really want to let tourists in here or whatever until 70% of the population has been vaccinated. So, by any means, get 70% vaccinated.
Well, that's what Martin's...
if 30, 40-year-olds want to have it done, then do all of that.
That's what he says, is like, considering how desperate we are for the tourism, and there's just one thing we need to do for it to be a green light.
Fucking better.
Just make it happen.
Yeah.
Like, just make it happen. And you can't judge an entire population's will they take it, won't they, based on some senile old people in the hills.
And it's also like they
Disclaimer, not all 60 to 70-year-olds are senile. Sorry, Mum and Dad.
Yeah, I was going to say. But yeah, so
enough
about that. I'm done.
Really? Because I think we just did a good solid 7 or 8 minutes talking about COVID, which we
Yeah.
usually should have a red buzzer.
Yeah.
Say, no, we don't do that here.
Really
But there you go, there's people's little update.
I would take the vaccine very, very quickly. I would just help get the numbers up, and because you want...
That's it. I mean, I think, and we will move on from it, but I think early on, I haven't been a, give me the vaccine, right now I don't need it, because I don't personally need it so that I can go travelling. Like, I'm okay with, letting things play out a little longer before I'm going to be like, can I just have mine, please? But like you said, if at the moment the criteria in order for this island to be able to open up and more people to be able to do what they want and come here and whatever it is that we need those numbers to rise, then I feel as if I need to do my bit.
Yeah.
And fine, I will have mine now.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia is only letting vaccinated citizens leave, like go to travel.
Fair enough.
Only vaccinated people. There's Saudi and Kuwait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're like, that's kind of very, and I know this whole freedom of movement, blah blah blah, and like vaccinated people. The whole argument about vaccinated people getting like being preferenced and like being able to do things over unvaccinated people, but fuck knows how that will all go.
I'm just letting it play out. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. We're ready. Ready.
Ready.
Do you know what I'm ready for? A burger.
You had 3 burgers yesterday.
But Kangarahe is opening on Friday.
Oh, that is... Do you know what? That is why I feel as if last week was a positive week. Is because over the weekend we were given the news. Kangarahe, one of our favourite barbecue establishments,
is opening on Friday.
Opens on Friday, and we have a table booked on Friday.
We do already.
We're there for opening party.
We are there for opening night. Kangarahe vibes. I've already been and read their menu on their website.
Kangarahe are the place that really got us into the hot sauce.
They are, and that's why I want them to have new, fresh hot sauces. I'm ready.
If not, should we take our own?
I know. I would feel like I have to have one like in my handbag.
Just rock up. You can get
mini Tabascos.
Mini Tabascos on a keyring.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Maybe that needs to be a thing for like all hot sauces.
I'm ready. I'm so ready for it. But keep the boring days boring. Today to Friday dinner, is going to be like chicken, rice and peas, chicken salad.
But that's what I think.
Bars.
That's what I think is good for us. That's where we strike the balance. Is we will have chicken, rice and peas and chicken salads for the next 5 days.
We will. Yeah, like literally, I copy and paste
It will
my
be
food.
go to the gym, do work, eat
rice
chicken, and that's it for 5 days. And then we allow ourselves at the weekend to go out and have some fun.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. Like Friday will be my like bigger food day, and then I'll kind of go back to normal on the weekend a bit more because obviously I kind of get one higher day a week. So yeah.
So that's how we make it work, folks.
Yeah, we're not
Balance.
just party.
Well, yeah, I do wonder sometimes, Instagram reels or highlight reels, people think that that's the life.
Yep.
Look at us.
People think that's all we are.
Look at us. I'm still in my comfies, drinking coffee. Yeah. Looking at the rain.
We're boring, really.
We are quite boring people. It's
Yeah.
just that for 10% of the time,
Everyone,
we
we're a bit nuts.
have some fun.
Shock. Talking of fun, Pikes is coming up.
Pikes is coming up. So we are episode 47 now, and we are fast approaching.
And because it's
the big one,
because we're into a new week, we check in 2 weeks on Friday. So it feels a lot closer than it is, but there's still like 5 days till Friday, because that's what you were saying. You're like, are you sure we're on episode 47?
No, I was confused because I do feel as if Pikes is just around the corner, but it is.
Two and a half weeks away.
2.5. How exciting! They also announced their opening, didn't they, in the last week? So they open on the 20th.
They open next Thursday.
And Ibiza Rocks are opening mid-June.
Oof, that's long.
So that's a little late for them, but I think in their statement they made it very clear that we need to do this right, we're going to do it correctly, and they're very, very hopeful.
We haven't heard from Ibiza Rocks Bar yet, but I'm hoping that'll be the last weekend in May when we're in San Antonio.
Because I need a chicken pitta in my life.
But David's is open. Mambo's announcing their opening very soon, so I hope that might be
I think I'm noticing a theme so far.
Oh yeah, we were getting a bit annoyed about it, aren't we?
Annoyed about what?
About people teasing openings.
Well, a little bit of that, yeah, but I'm also noticing a theme of our conversation so far today of we're just listing places that people listening to this probably don't even know.
Sorry.
But if there was somebody who wanted to know what is open or when a thing's opening, is there a website or a single place you can go to?
Yeah, Ibiza Spotlight. I feel like you were leading me into that.
I am leading you into it because basically this is my polite way
of
saying, can we just shut up?
Ibiza Spotlight.
David's is opening, the one around David's is opening, and that one's opening, and this one's already open, but it's no one cares anymore.
Okay, go to Ibiza Spotlight. They've got a full list.
Lovely. Or message Tiffler, who apparently is an encyclopedia of opening dates. Are you just scrolling Instagram?
I was seeing if anyone had announced openings.
Oh my god, you're so boring.
Nice.
All right, quick break while I change the camera, and
Question
then let's get on to what people have asked us this week.
Like it.
Man Tiff's question time.
All right, question time. So
I've only got a couple.
I want to open question time by giving you an update on how we've been getting on with our new email address.
Oh god, yeah, because I don't know anything.
No, you don't. And
Have
you
we
know
had
what?
emails?
For once, I actually really enjoy that there is an aspect of our life, as small and as insignificant as it is, which is the podcast email address.
Yeah.
I like that it's entirely mine and you don't know what goes into it.
Nice.
We did it originally because you don't need another inbox because you're busy enough. Mm-hmm. But also I now just like having it because, you don't know what people are sending. So, for those who don't know, Tifla, what is the email address?
The mntpodcast@gmail.com.
It's as easy as that. The MNT podcast.
Glad I got that right.
At Gmail. I know. But thank you. We did have a few emails. There's basically we've just had some people that are like that we listened for a long time and we're looking forward to episode 50. There's people who've been to Pikes who are like, Pikes is cool. I had obviously had one from my dad.
Brilliant.
So it's not a question, but I think this is maybe something for us to think about in season 2. And we've discussed this before. How about sharing what your track of the week is? What's your song of the week?
Someone said that. Someone said we should do a Spotify thing Yeah, that's good, and especially with like summer coming up.
Yeah.
Good summer tunes.
I think that's a good idea, and that maybe we should create a playlist.
We
And
could do
every
Spotify.
week we have a track of the week. I like the idea that sorry, I'm just checking that I was recording because of last week.
Yeah.
That it doesn't have to be like a new song. It could be, this is just an old classic that I heard for the first time in ages, and so I want to throw.
I know that if we could start with a bass playlist that would like songs we love, because you don't want to start a playlist with just one song on it.
Yeah.
Like, this is our track of the week. Go listen to it. We
But
could
yeah.
do maybe 5 songs, and
So
then we
that
can
was
add.
That was a
That's
suggestion.
a good idea. I like that.
But he also said, maybe it's something that's motivated you in the gym. Maybe it's just being something that's like got you through a workout, or
That's when you find out how weird people are, because of the music they put on a playlist. Because
Danger
our stuff
shuffle.
is so weird
yeah.
sometimes.
I think the weirder the
You're
better.
going to get like a Hamilton song, like in between like club classics.
Yeah.
And
We're eclectic.
we are very eclectic, and like Fall Out Boy.
Well, I mean, I love an emo playlist. In the gym.
My gym emo playlist is fantastic.
I think an emo playlist is strong.
Yeah.
Strong. Anyway, this is the one question, proper question that I did get through on the email. This is from Emily Mason, also known as Benemolition, aka winner of our first ever bottle of Whispering Angel.
That was good.
Might have to do that again in season 2.
Maybe that'll get people
Who
there,
knows?
won't it?
Anyway, so she congratulated us on getting our residency. Thank you so much.
Well done, everyone.
And that the crane has gone.
Yeah.
It's another great thing. Like, so much good things this week. Anyway, question for the podcast. When you first started looking at places to live on the island, did you already know that you wanted to live in Santa Eulalia? If not, where else did you consider? Why did you not end up there? Why did you end up where you are? Tiff, when you were a worker, where did you live?
I lived in Ibiza Rocks Hotel.
Fucking hell. So basically for a summer, you didn't sleep.
It was disgusting.
The noisiest hotel
I don't know
in the
how I
world.
lived. So they put me... I was in like the quiet block, so not in the main square of the hotel. But there's like the West Wing. And I lived at the top of there, which was opposite the penthouse where they used to put the bands.
Yeah.
Or the support acts if the bands were staying at Pikes. So I lived in the hotel, and I was like the team leader. So then my team all lived in Ibiza Rocks hostel, which was round the corner from the main hotel. And yeah, it wasn't great. No, it was... Yeah, because it was called the lift shaft as well, because
it was in the
part
lift
of the roof, part of the room was like blocked out, because that's where the lift shaft actually was, and so you just hear the lift going up and down, like the room. Oh God! Now
As
I
part of the
remember it.
experience of working in Ibiza.
Yeah, you never.
You
It's
don't
not
come
like you're
here.
gonna live, but then
You don't come here for luxury. Like, you come here because you for an entire summer. You're not going to sleep anyway.
Then
You're
the
having
next
a bit of
year
a laugh.
though, the band stopped staying in the penthouse, so all the hosts lived in the penthouse.
Did they?
Bastards. Might have been the 2 years afterwards, but the host then did live in the penthouse.
Because wasn't Katie was team lead the following year? Wasn't
Yeah,
she?
so I think
But
it was
she
the year
didn't
after.
get the room that you had.
No, she lived out in an apartment
Yeah.
somewhere else. So yeah, lucky duck. Yeah, and then obviously when we moved here, we found the place that we live in now on day 3. You can go back on
Yeah.
our vlog. And,
It's funny that we've gone back on our vlogs every now and again. We like to sort of look back and watch sort of what we were up to, because obviously we just got swept up in the doing of everything. And
Yeah.
we didn't realise that we found this house that we have only said this week. We pretty much think we're going to be here for a long, long time.
Yeah. and then
We found on day 3.
Yeah, but we were looking in towns
Mm-hmm.
because we at the beginning we weren't going to get a car.
So naive.
And so we were like, let's look in the towns where there's a transport link and whatever else. So we looked in Santa Eulalia because our friends live here and they were quite biased on living in Santa Eulalia. We also looked in Ibiza town. Like, that apartment we looked at in Ibiza town was lovely.
Like a properly, I think we described it. There was an apartment we looked at.
Hidden gem.
It felt like it felt like a New York City kind of, or a
did.
London sort of city centre kind of.
It was just off Vara del Rey by the
really
big
nice.
Caixa.
It was. Yeah, it was in one of the buildings in the centre of the city, but once you were in it, it was really like modern and
big.
And really big.
It was a 3-bed and it had that big terrace. But now we live here, like I know that would in comparison, no.
I think.
And then Sanaan.
Well, when we lived in the UAE, we moved every year. We always lived in nice places, but we moved every year because as nice as they are, you'd find something cheaper or something different, and you were never settled enough that it was much of an upheaval to move. You could just do it.
Yeah, and moving companies were
companies would do it, and it was just really easy to move. But yeah, it kind of meant that we never really. This is the first time we've ever picked a place that now, like, this is home, and like every little nook and cranny has got something of ours in it now, and
that's the first time since we've lived together.
Yeah,
that's happened.
We've been so.
I know we haven't been here a year yet,
but we already know. We were saying this
like
2 or 3 days. We've pretty much said until we buy something,
until we get kicked out,
until we either get evicted, or we can buy something to live in on the island, which isn't going to be for a while because it's so expensive here. This is home, and I like that because it does mean we're doing all these little home improvement-y bits.
Yeah, you don't feel bad doing something or spending some money.
It makes it ours, and it makes it better. So
yeah.
But then, as you just said, there was the Sanaan place.
Sanaan, which was it was second on the list, just because it was literally, if you know Sanaan, it was down basically by Golden Buddha, looked out on the first in line sunset view. Very modern apartment. It was a 2-bed.
Mm-hmm. Very modern.
Super duper modern. But now I'm looking at it in my head again. It was so small because it had like kitchen along.
It was all in there.
It was all in
just
one
big
room.
open plan room.
It was an open plan, but not that big. And then they told us we couldn't have a barbecue, so we sacked that off.
We were like, we guess you can't like have a barbecue on your balcony. They were nice balconies, quite large, open, that looked out over the sea and a pool, and you would get sunset every day. And they were like, no, you can't actually have a barbecue on the grounds, which almost was like an immediate like. But
now we look at like when we've had friends round and the things we do, and like we have barbecues. We did like the hot wings thing. Like we couldn't do any of that in any of these places.
Well, even also just like looking at like we've got the TV up on the wall. We built the shelves and we've got the bar and stuff and. Like, just all those sorts of things, you just wouldn't.
I suppose we would have adapted in a different way, but we're onto a winner.
I regularly, it's probably the most common question we get through YouTube comments or DMs and stuff, is similar to this of like, how did you find where you live?
Idealista.
Idealista is the Spanish version of Rightmove, and like. And this, put it this way: the day we landed here, this place I don't think was on there.
I think this was like I was looking every day, multiple times a day.
Cropped up. We saw it on day 3.
Yeah.
Called the guy straight away.
And
came and saw it as quickly as we could. By day 4 or 5, we'd said yes.
Yeah, we had to move. I think we had to move quite quickly on this one. And now I look at comparisons every so often just to make sure that we're not paying over the odds for rent, and we definitely are not.
No, we've done
for
well.
What we've got. It's this whole story. I like the first kind of 2 weeks of that playlist moving to Ibiza because it is so much stuff. Like we
packed so much
seeing
in
all of
so
these
quickly.
Apartments and like. It was July, so like it was hot. Like
it was well hot.
We got the bus everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was just but we did it. And then after that, I think after we actually moved in here, you had that week of like actually being exhausted.
Yeah, I've never.
It's like the
funny that
adrenaline ran out.
Like we're reminiscing for absolutely no reason, but we're going through it anyway. But yeah, I remember that there was probably a 2 or 3 day period. I wasn't sick. I wasn't ill because, as people will know, I do get sick from time to time. I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
And I've never experienced that before, but I think you're right. Basically, it wasn't even just that sort of week or 2 of being here. mentally we'd been preparing. We were moving country during a pandemic. I'd quit my job. We'd moved into a hotel. Like, the move for me started months before we were here.
Yeah,
And-
because we moved into the hotel in end of January.
Yeah, we were in it for the best part of 6 months, and we weren't supposed to be. And that was a hard place to live for 6 months in a hotel room. And so, yeah, it was... it does, when you look back, it all starts to make a bit more sense about why I needed to really just switch off and die for a while.
Yeah.
But it's been good. It's been a hell of a roller coaster, but I feel we're properly settled now. And as we're coming towards approaching sort of being here a year, it is funny to look back and see how much we've achieved and what we've done. Because it feels in a way like we've been here so much longer.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it feels very much.
But it has
like
also
home.
been a very quick year. Like, it's flown by.
Yeah,
as well.
for sure, definitely.
Mental.
Wild. Good question.
Very good question.
What other
Thanks,
emails
Emily.
did you get?
No, that's it. That's my email talk for
I
the
got an
week.
email from Sue Piper asking whether we're all well, which we are, and also ideas for a vlog. And I don't know whether you know what either of these things are, and I should have Googled it before. The spaghetti game
No idea.
or the la-di-da game.
No
so
idea.
we now need to figure out what these are. And
Tell you what, let's not look it up now.
No, I'm not going
Next
to.
week, we will update you on whether we're going to do the spaghetti game or the la-di-da game.
But Sue also said, she sent me links to them, so we'll check that out later. Your podcast vlogs are just pure escapism, and I enjoy every one of them. And she's still got her String Beans Instagram account where she does her drawings and stuff.
I know, I follow it.
And she said thank you for sticking with me on that as well. So yeah, thanks for your message. We love receiving
No problem,
bits and
Sue.
pieces there.
Thank you.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
So yeah, we need to look into
The links that she sent that I didn't...
games.
Yeah. I have a question from James Rickards. UK sweets, if you could have one right now, which would it be?
It's jazzy. It's always a jazzy.
Yeah, I'm going to go for some like sour sweet. Like the sour strawberries.
But you can get that here. He said UK sweet. It's got to be something synonymous with UK. You don't get jazzies anywhere else other than in Woolworths.
That doesn't even sound right.
Woolies. People used to call it Woolies.
Oh god, yeah, that's weird.
Pick and mix at Woolies.
Refresher.
A refresher. Good shout.
I love a refresher because it's got the sherbet in the middle.
Yeah.
You used to get like tattoo stickers.
Quite like a Chewit.
Sour ones, the Monster Extreme Chewits.
Of course you wanted to go extreme.
Extreme. And I also had a new message from someone called Sarah Law, who...
Is that law or lure?
Oh, fuck. Law, L-A-W. She has recently moved to Santa Eulalia with her husband.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to come to a barbecue?
And would like to meet us, and said, when are we having a coffee? So she
No, I just had one.
She basically manifested and wanted to move somewhere where she can work in the sunshine.
Beautiful.
And they have a lovely villa up by Winston Churchill, which is the hill at the back of Santa Eulalia.
You don't even start explaining what Winston Churchill
No, I know,
is.
that's
one
what I'm
cares.
explaining to you where it was.
I know where it is.
I know. So we're going to meet new Santa people.
Nice. Well, congratulations on the move.
Yeah, fantastic.
We love it when people are going like, we've done it, we're here.
They went on a mega hike yesterday as well, so they're good people to get on the hikes with.
Nice.
That would be great.
So what I know about Sarah so far is she likes coffee and she can walk.
That's what we need to
do you know what? That's fine. We can do the same.
We do the same things.
Oh, well, congratulations on moving. And yes, it'd be cool to meet people for a coffee, see how they're getting on with their move.
Yeah, lovely jubbly.
So I have one quick question. Came through from Allah in Dubai.
Oh, yeah?
And it is simply, any plans to come back to Dubai anytime soon?
Yeah, I think so. I think we said something about next winter.
Yeah.
No plans are solid. I booked tickets to Eric Prydz in Cardiff on a whim last week.
So we've got a gig in September that we're going to.
Yeah, it's an outdoor gig in September in Wales.
We'll see. I love that you've booked that. So just so ballsy, just like, yeah, book that. Absolutely no idea whether
Do you
we'll
know
be able
why
to
I
or
did?
not.
It's because all tickets are protected if things get cancelled these days.
Yeah.
And also, we were supposed to see Eric Prydz at Ultra in Abu Dhabi last year, and we couldn't.
Got cancelled because of COVID.
Still feel bad, and I was stuck in Saudi.
You weren't even in the country.
So I felt bad, and I saw it was coming, and I was like, it was on O2 priority, and my mum set an alarm and got online, and then like got flustered, so I sent it to my sister to deal with. And so then we got tickets, and we're gonna go with Alice and her friend because Joe doesn't know who Eric Prydz is. Oh, your face!
You're kidding me?
Yeah.
Doesn't know who Eric Prydz is.
Oh, no, not.
But is going to an Eric Prydz gig.
No, Joe's not coming. Alice's friend is coming.
Alice's friend
because
is
Joe
coming.
isn't
Because Joe doesn't
cultured.
know. Yeah.
He steals espresso martini recipes and doesn't know.
Claims them for him.
Doesn't know who Eric Prydz is.
Wow, Joe, man.
Oh well. Anyway, Dubai. Go back at some point.
Yes. So, we alluded to it a couple of weeks ago on the pod that we are thinking that next winter we want to get off island for like a month and just go somewhere that will be warm and where there's Wi-Fi, so you can still do your job.
Warm
and
with Wi-Fi.
We can still make content and do what we want to do, but just sort of be the nomads that we sort of said
not
that we
stuck
could
in
be.
one place, are we?
But depending on where we end up going, there's a chance that we might like go through Dubai on the way there.
Yeah, which would be good. That would be lovely. Good question.
Yeah, so I think people miss us, and I miss Dubai every now and again.
Just every now and again.
You just get a little bit of a because it's such a great. Honestly, I think it's such a great place, and a lot of people here that we've made friends with and have met who haven't been. I always like it when they sort of properly ask, so what was it really like?
Yeah.
And like, is it because some people still have their sort of reservations, or they have their pre-made idea about what it's like, and I always sort of get quite excited to sort of share and go, well, no, this is what it was like, and this is what we did, and it always makes me go, oh, life was good there.
Yeah, it was.
It was good.
Yeah, but now I'm just scared of the price of a pint.
Well, yeah, this is the thing.
Not ready for it.
I'm absolutely not ready for it.
No.
So when we do go, we're gonna have to
I just need to
have a budget. And then use it like Monopoly money and pretend that it's not real.
That's what I say. You basically have to. If I get some like good jobs over the summer or something, put money.
It's just Dubai money.
Yeah.
Because
fun money. Fun coupons.
We pay 20 cents for a beer here.
Yeah,
that's
which we
one
discussed
dirham.
on Beer Pod.
That is 1 dirham.
And there are 50 of those. 50, I could have 50 beers.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho. Anything else?
Not really, just...
that's a good catch-up, though.
Yeah, coffee catch-up, this is what we do.
Coffee catch-up, so we are one episode closer to the big 5-0.
That's another episode down. Do send us through emails, I love hearing...
Can I make the promise this week that we're going to record on the weekend and have it up on time next week?
Absolutely, Can
we pinky promise that it's going to happen?
Listen, I'll pinky promise, absolutely. The main problem we have is that we get towards the weekend and you always want to make plans.
Yeah.
So book it in.
Yeah, all right.
All right. We will get the pod out properly for episode 48.
Sorry, guys.
As I was saying, please do make sure that you send us through an email. Tell us what it is that you like most about Ibiza. Have you got Ibiza booked? Is there something that you miss most about it? It doesn't even have to be Ibiza related. Maybe it's just that you want to share a stupid story with us.
And if you are on Clubhouse, I'm going to do the room this week properly. Wednesday lunchtime, 12:30 UK time, 1:30 Ibiza time. We just chat about Ibiza, and it's
basically the same as this, but
it's on
live.
Android now.
I don't know what that means.
Clubhouse is on Android.
Of course I know what it means, but nobody who
crack.
listens to our podcast is on Android. And on that note, we shall see you next week.
Okay then.
Bye!